They are uncountable. So these are benefits that tax revenue is bringing to us. So indirectly, the taxes you pay to government, you are getting the benefit back indirectly. So in short, that is the benefit, because some may begin to wonder,
where are all these taxes going?
this money we are collecting from them, or the taxes we are paying, where is the money going to? The money is going to these projects or this development facility or services or goods that government is providing for the entire citizenry and those living in the Gambia.
Good, thank you very much. I think that's a very important point. Some people would usually and most of the time inquire, when we pay taxes, sometimes when you see GRA staff even coming, you say, that's the tax collector.
Exactly.
You know, you always collect tax, but where our tax, going to? Sometimes I think generally, most of these things we enjoy directly or indirectly, by paying taxes.
Nice.
So that brings me back to Mr. Sarr. Are you still encountering some businesses that have not still registered and they are supposed to register on this, VAT? And what are you doing as an institution to make sure that these people comply?
Okay, I would say yes and no. Yes means we have businesses that we believe are above the threshold and are required to register, but it is up to them to, or it is up to GRA to prove that actually this business has made more than the 1 million threshold. They are all required by law to register if they are above the threshold, but if we don't have the records to show us that you are actually above the 1 million threshold, then we cannot force you to register. We can only sensitize you, tell you about the benefits so that you may come in voluntarily and register.
Does that not make the system so simple for some of them? Because some businesses have this threshold, I guess.
Yeah, we have a lot of businesses who definitely will meet the threshold, but due to capacity, we cannot reach them all at the same time, because we are in the office, we are receiving the returns, still sensitizing people, because there are a lot of people who don't understand how they do their calculations, how they should fill their returns. So capacity is a problem, and I believe one day we'll
get to that point.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Exactly. Last program, we also discussed about some exempted, goods from the value-added tax, and most of the time around town, people tend to confuse the VAT and also associate with this thing with, the increase in some of the basic food supplies. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that?
Okay, yeah, this we've said it several times. If you look at what happened in the Gambia, prices started increasing well before the VAT was implemented. We can say in November or December. So I don't see any connection between the price increase and VAT. If the increase started from January 1, then we can believe it is because of the VAT. But price increases started well before VAT was implemented. And secondly, the goods that are being increased now are all exempted, like rice, the basic foods, which are exempted from the VAT. So we believe there is a reason, there's another reason for the increase and not just VAT.
Good. Now, it's important that we also go through the list of some of the basic, commodities that are exempted, so that viewers out there should be able to know clearly some of these, products that are exempted from the value-added tax also.
Yeah, that's very true, because as government has an obligation to collect tax, it also has another obligation to protect the population through poverty alleviation. And that is why the basic things that we need in our lives are exempted from the VAT law. Things like basic food, rice, sugar, flour, milk, things like the educational sector, educational services, the medical sector, medical and dental or veterinary services are also exempted. Things like drugs, prescription drugs. Prescription drugs, we are told, are those drugs that you cannot just walk into a pharmacy and buy. You must have a doctor's prescription before you can get those drugs. The financial sector is also, or part of their services are exempted. Those services for which they will charge a fee or a commission or whatever fee they call it, those services will attract VAT, but their normal banking activities are exempted from the VAT. Life and health insurance is also exempt. residential property for those who have properties and are renting it out for residential purposes. They are exempted from the VAT. But where you are renting out a property for a commercial purpose, then you should, if you meet the threshold from your rental income, then you should register and be collecting rent on your rental income. On processed agriculture and aquaculture products, agricultural inputs, that's equipments used in agriculture and aquaculture, domestic passenger transport, electricity and water, all these are exempted because these are things that we need on a daily basis. So that is why government decided to exempt it so that they won't increase in prices and be a burden on the Gambian population.
Exactly. We move to the local languages. I think it's important that people know these things in, itemized, sequence, wherein when you go to the shop or when you go to any place that you want to purchase anything, you would be able to differentiate what are taxable goods and what are not taxable goods, because sometimes people tend to confuse this, and most of the time the price hiking, people say it's associated with VAT. Mr. Cham, we want to elaborate some of the exempted goods in the Mandinka language so that at least we will be empowered.
Yeah, modu nyini karo kumada bakel. Molu men ben jibe kan ni hakilo bakan men be on programme o follow kan nganyim fonu command janni VAT ka start ko basic foods like rice or mano, sucro, farino, jabo, pompitero, divilino, molka tabirol kemen aning loptano la jararo bunda aning karam la bunda aning seno la bunda aning molka luasol meni jo sol kono aning na mon la intambara wal meni mo transport gele van ñol ni taxi molke fa muna fa mena ñul be mu fenel de mialon ko VAT loi koto moma nyanna mo chaila VAT la ni ikaw fengol business so ni wo fengol dal kafuta mol si fanyini ga mune yol dal kafu oto wo manke comme VAT la na wole wol dal kafu because ni mano da kafuta waran jabo da kafuta waran tulo da kafuta waran di farño da kafuta ñun mu fene di men yalan ko VAT loi koto VAT ni mari be kumandi kanan ka bona bantara banko kana banko ite VAT jola douane la bundaro mote charge la VAT ni ba wafi ka mol fanama imanyanna ka VAT la kan ka wafi mol so ni wo fengol dal kafuta mol si julol ñinin ka mune atina wo fengol dal kafuta kada manke VAT ngawo ko indi jam mol la bari nga jele nga kibaro so ko fengol yu dal be kafukan so ndu mol ka men fo mu VAT bari mbe ko indi le ko ñi mul fennati men yalon ko biga VAT jo so re julol ñinin ka men ka wol wafi mune atina wo fengol dal be takan santo abe kafukan abe kala dalil kotel di bari amanya na kala VAT kuma fula nyam fana be men bamban la molla wala mo intiko ni dunta bidika kono warang mangasin ka fensanje loi men fo wala mo ni nyante charge la VAT la ni ma la fo nyante charge la fo ma nyanne charge la VAT la ela enyininka ela certificate because momo register da loi to anyanta certificate sodlal ndo certificate nyinga nyanta denna la bidiko kono pour ni momo dunta bidiko kono e nyanta lon na ko nying VAT loi ko do register den dum loi sembo de la ka VAT charge so na mari mo certificate o itandi la manya ne charge la VAT na e charge VAT fa na certificate o itandi ila nyantolo mu ay risto sika adila ndum na ado jan dalta men na jama ka dum dulal to len ka fewli sante nyin kala risto la be dum na supermarket ol ibita jimpex la ma fala nyi building material shopol men be fewol sanaje me alon ko to sonde ñini kala ristol e mari mantara jiare do kulal makoy kan e mantara banko makoy kan because ñul beñin ika en fon sa ñu julo men bu beñin tax collect kay bulle bari bu kar city tandil ndu nin jiare pare wol mari ñol compte bolo ka jibe fo ka tax men collect mol bulu fo e ka wala futani man sakundala fo yela records ñol chip ya jibe so membe mako la dogo no wala mo molu ne fengol sa nyul bulu e kali nyinin ka restol la e kakalta dro e la bagaso mu jelle da ko nyin nangam ne le ko do bo konti yas kaya diala ye ko di ita nyinin ga na mari man pare resto bon la fa na restol le so that restore bala, restore by